Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay-Z's your father?
I really do.
Jay-Z just can't catch a break these days, and he doesn't have anyone to blame but himself. Recently, he was accused of something really horrific involving a minor.
Hip-hop mogul Jay-Z. His name has been revealed. The allegation is that he and Diddy to a 13-year-old girl at an after party in the year 2000 after the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, Jay-Z is denying these allegations. In a statement he posted to his X account, he denies the allegations and questions why this was done civilly, why this civil lawsuit was filed demanding money, and why a criminal complaint has not been made. He writes, quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." End quote. So that was what Jay-Z said publicly on his X account. In a statement to ABC News, that attorney, Mr. Busby, said, quote, "The pleading speaks for itself. This is a very serious matter that will be litigated in court."
And now his alleged son just dropped a bombshell that he apparently never wanted anyone to find out about in the first place.
My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now.
This story is a crazy one that's going to make you question a lot of things you think you know about your favorite celebrity. So, without wasting any time, let's dive straight into it. We all know that Jay-Z has been in the hot seat lately, mostly because of the case Tony Busby filed against him and Diddy.
Over the weekend, a lawsuit claiming that Sean Diddy Combs a 13-year-old back in 2000 was amended to also accuse Jay-Z. His statement on Sunday slammed Busby and claimed that the attorney tried to blackmail him into settling. Then, late last night, Busby posted on X saying in part that no one has made any threats and Jay-Z's comments are bogus and laughable. He also called the rapper's allegations a, quote, "coordinated and desperate effort to focus the public's attention on me personally to avoid attention on the allegations being made by my clients." Jay-Z has denied all allegations.
In the lawsuit, it was claimed that both superstars had teamed up and essayed a girl who was only 13 years old back in 2000.
You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof gerbil ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
This lawsuit got a lot of people talking, and I mean people who have been quiet for the longest time. And one of those people is Jay-Z's alleged illegitimate son, Rymir Satterthwaite, who revealed that he's ready to team up with Tony to expose Jay-Z for the fraud that he really is. For some backstory on Rymir and Jay-Z's history, Rymir's mother, Wanda, first got together with Jay-Z back in 1992 in Brooklyn, New York. Allegedly, he picked her up from Philadelphia and took her over to New York for them to get intimate. It was reported that Wanda had said that she and Jay-Z used protection the night they got together. But one thing led to another. The protection didn't end up working, and later on, she found out that she was pregnant. After the day that Wanda and Jay-Z had gotten intimate, the next time she saw him was supposedly 2 weeks later. And after that, she never saw him again, and she didn't know how to contact him either. And that was how everything happened. Wanda didn't tell Rymir that Jay-Z was his father until he was 8 years old.
Well, the first time I heard that Jay-Z probably was my father when I was 8 years old. And, my mom, we was actually sitting in the house on a regular day, listening to music. My mom came up to me and was like, "Hey, Rob, I got something to tell you. That's your dad for real." And I'm like, I was shocked. Like, "Mom, what are you talking about?" I'm young. Like, it's nothing your parents would just make up like that. You don't just say this type of person is your father, Jay-Z.
And ever since then, they've been trying to get Jay-Z to take a paternity test to prove that Rymir is actually his son.
I didn't get a fair due process in court. I never got my chance to talk. It basically just all got pushed to the side. Like, this was never about, chasing anybody or trying to receive anything from it. This was like, I'm trying to really see who my dad is. Everyone who really knows me know how I am. I stay to myself. I work every day. I take care of my family. I do my own music. I've been doing music since I was a kid. It's not nothing that just popped up. I ain't just wake up one day and say, "Hey, I'm gonna write a song and put it out there, and I'm gonna go follow and try to chase one of these billionaires and say they my dad." No, I've always been me.
You'd think that someone of Jay-Z's level would want to clear up a rumor like this as quickly as possible. He could have easily gotten the test over and done with at any point.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how he feeling. Like, I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind. But I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it and stuff like that. I really want to know. So my mom did tell me she went in there and filed a paternity test, and it just basically, I can say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't, what can I say? We didn't have enough information to push the case. But that's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So it was a big case to me because I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it. I really thought it was going to go different than what it was, but I really feel like it should have been over with because I feel like if it was anybody else, I'm not saying this because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life because anything could happen, but I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. I still gotta work and bring an income for me. I can't sit around. I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like, I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is.
But he never did that.
Everybody in the world, I just think if you ever go through a problem like me, there's always this fight. Just get your fair due process in court. Don't let them dust you aside because this is something that I've been fighting for years and I won't stop. And the world is not what you always planned it out to be. It just shows you really that.
You see, every time they tried to get Jay-Z to take a paternity test to prove that Rymir is his son, Jay-Z found a way to avoid it, mostly by using his fame or money to get in the way of the legal proceedings. Rymir would like to know who his father is. He has not had an easy life.
And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down. People are just so quick to judge a person that's a low, I wouldn't say low income, but somebody that doesn't have it, and somebody that does, they always think, you coming after that person's money, or they never look at the full story and things like that. It was rough, living in Philadelphia, it was a hard city. It started to get wilder as the years went on,
Have you ever been in a situation where you were almost killed?
I have been I wouldn't say the crossfire was for me, but it was people, like it was a couple shootings that I have been around, but it wasn't for me. Like it wasn't intended for me or nothing like that. It's just, you know, it's dangerous down there, period, so.
And to date, he's never taken the test. Apparently, he's told Rymir time and time again that he's not going to take the DNA test. And he has also never acknowledged Rymir's existence publicly.
We men at the end of the day, it's no hard feelings against you. Don't think somebody come listen, you can, if it's true, it's true. If it's not, you could have been got this shit done with. But the only thing I'm asking is, I don't want no money from you. You know, if you don't want to have that relationship, if it was true, that's just on you. You know, I'm just showing you that I'm fighting for what I believe in is right, and I want all the kids and everyone that come behind me. If you missing the parents, it's all about, sometimes that's all you need to know your parents is. You don't need nothing from them. It close the book. It just helped me, you know, go on with my life and just be straight. It's not like I'm looking for anything, looking for you to bring me up where you at or bring me with your family and all. I still got my own family, but I just want you to be like, just think about it. Like, we could have got this, you know, over with, and through all this shit, I still respect you, even though I might not like you. I respect everybody.
I was gonna say, how do you view him now?
And it's like, and when I say I don't like you, it's not even, it's just that I feel like, you know, y'all sit at the top and y'all forgot where y'all came from, and sometimes you gotta bring yourself down to the bottom. You can't sit at the top and think all these, you know, I'm rich and all that, and if I go to court, this would affect this, and sometimes you just gotta get it over with. If you believe this wasn't true, it would have been over with, you know? And for you to let me just sit here and after all this, my mom passed away, and I'm not saying you physically, but dragging us to court and all that, not taking care of the problem, it's just, you let it happen. So it's like, you could have got this over with. If it wasn't true, we could have, you know, I would apologize. Yeah, I apologize in front of the world. Hey, it could have been done, but obviously it's something you hide, and I just want you to say, man, have that respect. It's just respect, more respect. I don't hate you. I don't hate nothing you doing. I don't hate your family. I don't hate Beyonce, none of them. It's just, if it's true and if you can fix the problem, fix the problem. That's all I'm asking.
While working on his latest legal effort to get Jay-Z to take a test that could prove that he is his father, Rymir has been pretty silent. However, after Tony filed his lawsuit for a woman going by the name of Jane Doe, who accused Jay-Z of essaying her with Diddy, he changed his behavior. He's not staying quiet anymore.
No, if you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker didn't like approve of it. She said, no, you know, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on. Yeah, the lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but young boy's so thorough though, he just want a dad. He not trying to get no money, he not trying to do none of that. I mean, that's why, so I told him when he called me 2 years ago, I said, listen, I don't want to be the one to tell your story because they're gonna think I'm trying to catch rep off of it. So let me let you tell your story somewhere else first. I mean, then I can talk about it. But he called me like 2 years ago, telling me like, I mean, I said, oh, young boy. He's like, I just want a dad. I don't want no money. I'm already 18. I think he was like 20 something at the time. I mean, but something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go call his man, like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said, he's telling the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh.
And pulled off. I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know what. He's like, yeah, you know, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and trying to. If my thing is, if this not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you did dodge it and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Because he feels that this case is way too similar to what Jay-Z did to his mom. You see, after the lawsuit was filed, Jay-Z's team released a statement on his behalf that talked about how crazy it was that he was being accused of doing something so dark. According to Jay-Z, Tony and the accuser are just trying to use his fame to make money, and he won't stand by and let that happen.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Jay-Z even talked about how people were trying to destroy his family, but their plans wouldn't work. But here's the thing. Out of everything that Jay-Z said in response to the lawsuit, not once did he ever say anything like, "I didn't do it." All he did was talk around the topic, and a lot of people picked up on this, including Rymir. According to Rymir, it's so heartbreaking to see Jay-Z respond to these allegations with deflection and attacks. He also revealed that his mom was just 16 years old when she became pregnant with him. Rymir claimed that him coming out to say everything that Jay-Z did was not about greed or creating a spectacle. For him, he just wants to know the truth, and that's all.
Try to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking. Is like, cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me, and it's just like, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I don't do interviews just saying, "Hey, Jay-Z, give me your money," or "I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money." I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything.
Now, in his statement, Jay-Z spoke about how he mourned yet another loss of innocence. And he expressed heartbreak for his family and 3 kids who would have to deal with the aftermath of these allegations.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, "I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family."
And Rymir called him out for being a hypocrite, because if Jay-Z really cared about anyone other than himself, he wouldn't have ignored all the efforts that he's made to make sure that they settle their paternity issues once and for all.
I don't walk around with hate for a person, so I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. No, it was never that type thing. I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case. Like me and my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, slander my name. Like you want Jay-Z money, and I hear it all. I want to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. Like, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this to the end.
Instead, all he does is deflect and avoid. In addition to this, Rymir also shared a letter that was written by his godmother. She accused the legal process of systemic corruption and unethical practices, all of which she believes have undermined her family's rights and have made a straightforward process one that's nearly impossible to get to the end of. Now, rumor has it that there's a reason why Jay-Z keeps refusing to get a paternity test with Rymir, because him taking that test and it coming back positive would be really bad news for him. Even though Rymir has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't care to have a connection with Jay-Z, he just wants to know if he's his father or not.
Spend time with their family and their loved ones, and anyone that was sick, we pray for you guys and hope you got out of your sickness and everything like that. Like, it's been a new year, and we just want to bring in positivity this year and, just do the right thing. It's a brand new slate, and I think we should just come in this year just wanting to do the right thing and the correct thing, not just for us, just for everybody in the world, just do the right thing. So my court case is still going on, it's still active, and I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me from day one. I want to ask y'all to keep supporting me and keep coming in, because we couldn't do it without you guys. It's all about us. It's not just about me. This thing is about me getting it done, but it's all about us in the world. I'm trying to make sure any court system we go in or any courtroom we go in, we getting treated correctly and fairly, and things are not going over judges' heads and lawyers are not lying and things of that sort. So 2023 in my case right now, and I just want to talk about just a clean slate with New Jersey Supreme Court. There's been a whole lot of fraud and collusion, and I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just asking everybody, all the judges or anybody who's working on the case, to do what's right and do their job the correct way. Even if you overlook something or didn't see something, everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct, because you cannot use fraud to continue anything in this world. You can't use fraud to help you get forward in life. Then try to continue on your fraud or continue using fraud to get forward in life, and of course just let you do that. That's unconstitutional, and I think we should really be looking to fix that problem. They can't conceal something obtained by fraud, and that's for anyone in the world. So you can't go in the store and tell someone, I'm going to bring you back $20, let me just get that, and they just believe you, and you just because they know you or anything like that. So basically what I'm saying is the courts overlook things. They overlook a lot of things.
Now, let me explain why Jay-Z might not want to take that paternity test. You see, when Wanda got pregnant with Rymir, she was just 16 years old. And at the time, Jay-Z was 22.
He's doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older.
So if he's actually Rymir's father, that means that he got together with Wanda when she was still a minor. And that's not all. A positive DNA test would also prove that Jay-Z had taken Wanda across state lines when she was a minor to be intimate with her. And this makes a lot of sense because Rymir's godmother also revealed that there was a time when Jay-Z was ready to settle all of this once and for all. He had his in-house lawyers reach out to them, saying that they'd take the test and everything. And if Rymir actually was Jay-Z's son, then they'd even help set up his music career since he was trying to break into the music scene. But then, sometime later, a different set of lawyers reached out, and they took everything back, saying that they wouldn't do anything. Rymir and his godmother believe that they did that because they actually realized the implications of a positive paternity test. As for what Beyoncé thinks about all this, apparently, she's the one encouraging Jay-Z to not take the paternity test. The craziest part in all of this is that if Rymir actually succeeds in getting Jay-Z to take a paternity test and the test comes back positive, it's going to add to the heap of drama Jay-Z is already dealing with right now, and that's not going to be a good look for him. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Will Rymir ever get Jay-Z to admit that he is his father? And how far do you think Jane Doe is willing to go to prove that Jay-Z and Diddy did what she said they did? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.